bit about, I know you're a specialist also in this area of clinical research and drugs and other areas. Uh, so what is really and how the COVID vaccination, I mean, I know we hear a lot about it on the media, but just to have you share this with us, why do you think people have all this problem about not wanting the vaccine if there would have been clinical research? And how do they go about doing a clinical research, especially COVID vaccination? And we're sharing this so that the people who don't want it or who want it, we can understand a little bit about its history.
Yeah. So, I mean, everybody, I respect people to have an opinion. I mean, it's like some people don't want it. I understand that. But I am in this field, and these are my colleagues doing this research. So, I mean, and here the process is so rigorous in the United States due to FDA's involvement and, review process that I mean, I trust our science and outcome 100%. So, I mean, I tell people to all our lives, right? We have trusted health, this FDA and their approval process. Did anyone question when 15 years ago there was more than 20 years ago there was a vaccine developed for papilloma, PVC? They start giving it to our kids, and I got for my daughters too, and many things like that. I mean, so we have trusted all our lives on this medical healthcare system, the approval process, how FDA goes through a rigorous review of the making sure that it's not hurting you, it's not toxic in your body. So if it's just matter of trusting that process, I think we should all trust that process, because all of the drugs out there, all of the treatment therapies go through that process. If we trust everything else, we should trust vaccine
I
development
like that
too.
point you mentioned, because once upon a time, not so much nowadays, but once upon a time, before you travel to a foreign country, you had to get a vaccination.
Yes.
You had to get yellow fever, cholera, and even till now, before you go to Saudi Arabia for Hajj, you got to get what is called meningitis. And really and truly, people never question if they should get the vaccine or they shouldn't. They just took it and traveled.
They just took it and
It has just been reduced a little bit, but there's still some countries that got little red tapes and signals about vaccines if you're coming from certain other countries.
Exactly, and I don't know if it's still happening. My kids are grown now, so I don't remember that. Sometimes colleges also, universities and colleges also required to get vaccination before you start your school.
Before you started pre-K, the
Right.
kids had to come with a immunization card
Right.
that shows that they were vaccinated for certain things.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel that this process of approval and safety of, there's no question about this. And this particular vaccine for COVID has been tested on so many people, and we are seeing, like, we're together collecting data on that. So, I mean, if someone feels that they should not get vaccine for their beliefs, and people have different beliefs, and we should all respect that, that's fine.
Yes.
But questioning the processes is something I think people should not do that, because every
So you were
drug-
saying that if somebody, from their belief and their opinion, they don't want the vaccine, excellent, that's their choice.
Yes, that's their
But
choice.
they should not question the process.
Right.
Because you're an expert in the process. This is what you guys do
That's what we
in
do.
clinical research and the development of a drug, the development of a vaccine, the whole idea of making it possible. That's your field and your department in the university.
Right, and CDC and FDA, they do good job, very good job, making sure that process is rigorous. I mean, everybody, we are all human, right? Mistakes can happen. There can be still adverse events,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And that's something that's part of life, right?
Yeah.
You cannot avoid those. So we cannot say that, not even a single person should die with any adverse event. We know that that's not going to happen. Things happen, right? So, but I mean, we can all see like how it took time to develop these vaccines, but we have controlled that pandemic. I mean, there more strengths are being developed. But we have gone through a lot. We have lost a lot of lives, but we have controlled it. So it's not, and it's, I mean, I feel that it's because of vaccination and, of course, precautions. So, I mean, I trust that process, and I trust vaccines, and I
Well, that's your
back
profession.
myself.
That's your job.
Exactly.
Listen, that's the field you are in. They got to
Right.
consult you if a person wants to come up with a vaccine or drug.
Yeah.
You're the kind of person they will discuss the idea with, and you will send them through the process. So if you don't believe in that process, then you have to change your job, right?
Absolutely.
You got to change your career. I'm like that. You might have to change your business too, right?